Hey guys, and welcome to DDP's Wrasslin Wednesdays, where we go back in time and we're going back and checking out my career and letting you see some of the video footage, but mainly the behind the scenes stories that actually got me there. If you're watching this on YouTube and you don't get these other videos I'm going to be talking about, to get that, you got to go to DDP.com. www.realddp.com. Subscribe there, and then you'll get this sent right to you. It'll be this video I'm talking about here, and the videos or pictures or whatever that goes with my blog. So I've already talked about how I got my break in the AWA, and I showed you some footage there that Dylan, he spliced up some pretty cool edits there of different interviews and stuff in the ring. And if you missed that, you can always go back 2 weeks ago and catch that, because last week I didn't do Wrestle Wednesdays. So what I'm going to show you right now is some video footage of me in Florida Championship Wrestling. I got to work with Gordin Solie. I mean, you talk about, just a moment, working with that cat. It was amazing. I learned so much, and I'm going to tell you how it all came about. I also got to work with a guy named Coach John Heath, who was another great wrestling legend in Florida, but not Gordon. Gordon was the man. So how did I get that gig? Here's what happened. I'm working in the AWA, and Michael Graham had called me up and wanted me to come up and work with Florida Championship Wrestling because he was bringing bad company in. So, I go up there, I got my pink Cadillac, I got one of my buddies who wants to be a wrestler, I've got a couple of diamond dolls with me, and we're driving up to from Fort Myers, Florida, on up to Tampa. And about Venice Beach in Florida, my car blows a rod. It's a 62 pink Cadillac. If you went back in some of the other blogs, you could see pictures of it. It was pretty wild. But it blew a rod and blew the engine. So now I'm off to the side of the road, and as the AAA is coming to get me, to tow me back, two rednecks pull up in a truck. They're like, "Hey man, ain't you the guy who runs Norma Jean's Dance Club?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Man, we love that place." I said, "You guys like wrestling?" "Hell yeah." I said, "Well, I'm also Diamond Dallas Page. I'm a wrestling manager. We're going to be performing up in Tampa. You feel like going?" "Well, hell, all right. Well, let's go get some beer." So they go and get some beer and a broad. They bring a chick back with them too. She's sitting in the middle. I get the beer in the back. So we're drinking beers in the back of this, on the back of this pickup truck. And it looks like it's going to rain the whole time. I can just see this. Mr. Diamond Dallas Page from Johannesburg, South Africa, don't you know, with the limousine, Lear jets, blah, 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 showing up in the back of a pickup. And who's standing out front when I get to the arena but Gordin Solie? And he says, "Go around back, kid. Go around back." I'm like, wow, I just got to meet Gordin Solie. How cool is that? So I go there. I do the deal. Me and Johnny Ace, who's the head of talent, that's where we started to build our relationship way back then. It was 1988. 88 or 89. Might have been 89. And we had a great time. We partied that night. And I got some chick to take me home the next day. It was a great trip. But about a month or two later, I sent Michael Graham a videotape of my highlights from AWA that I'd been accumulating. And, asked if he needed me to come up and work for Florida Championship Wrestling as a manager. Well, I got strep throat, and I'm a nightclub guy, so I don't go to bed before 2 or 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. So it's 12 o'clock, and I got to crash out because I got to be up at 6 o'clock to catch a flight to do something for the AWA. And I get up, and the phone starts ringing, and I'm just going to let it go to message because I'm trying to get some sleep. And I hear Michael Graham on the phone. "Dallas, Michael Graham, pick up the phone." I scurry to the phone. I go, "Hey, Mike, it's DDP. Mike, I got strep throat. I can barely talk." He goes, "I don't want to hear about that." He goes, "Listen, I'm sitting here with the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and we want to bring you up here, and I'm talking about you. He wants to bring in Gary Hart or Baby Doll, but I told him I got this new guy, Diamond Dallas Page, and he said he'd heard of you, but he ain't never seen you before. So I want to put you on the phone with him, and I want you to treat Dusty Rhodes like the biggest mark on the planet." I was like, "Dude, no, Dusty Rhodes. You're gonna put me on the phone with Dusty Rhodes?" And I'm like, "Mike, I can barely talk. I mean, I can't talk to Dusty." "Hello? Good. God, Dusty Rhodes, the Tower of Power, the man of the hour, ooh, too sweet to be sour, you're getting funky like a monkey. And I went on this rant. I stole Dusty's stuff. I stole Captain Lou Albano's stuff. I threw some of my BADD bad stuff in there. Good God, who knows what. I mean, I just ranted for like 45 seconds. It gets to the end, and now I'm like, that's all I got, Dream. I got strep throat. Hello? And it seemed like it was 5 minutes before he says anything. It was probably like 10, 15 seconds, but he was totally ribbing me. And he goes, was that a recording, kid? I said, no, Dusty, that's me. He goes, well, I'll tell you what, I want to bring you up and I want to meet with you. So after my road trip, I came back. I met with him at Florida Championship Wrestling. Gordin was there, Michael Graham, and Steve Gator-Kern. They were all partners in Florida Championship Wrestling. And I came in there knowing that I wasn't going to take like $200 a week. I was making like $1,500 a week in a nightclub business. I wasn't going to go make it $200 a week following the dream. I mean, I had to work out something with it. So I told him, you know, I would be manager, but I just could do TVs. And he said, no, baby, we're going to make you the Jesse Ventura of the 90s. You're going to be the color man. I'm like, dude, come on, dream. You need to know, I don't know a wrist lock from a wristwatch. He said, don't worry about it, baby. Gordin will walk you through it all. And he did. I learned more by just sitting next to Gordin Solie than, I don't know, it could have taken me 10 years to accumulate the knowledge that I learned about the business and about just how to call a match in general and how to, you know, and I just was reacting with pure energy. So when you see me in these videos, remember, I'm telling you now, I know that I don't know a wrist lock from a wristwatch at the time. But I'm telling you, as time went on, I would learn. I was getting over on pure energy, positive energy. So learn something from this or not. But the quickest way to get there, and here's your quote of the night, my inspirational quote, but it's not so much inspirational, it's more of just a quote, period. And I've used it before, but it so much applies here again, I got to bring it back again. The quickest way to get there is to look like you already been there. See, I look like I belong in the show as Diamond Dallas Page. Even though I didn't have it, the knowledge, I look like I belong there. And if you look like you belong there, that's half of it. The rest of it, you know, you can't dazzle them with brilliance, baffle them with bullshit. You know, whatever it takes to get there as you're learning, you got to put the work in. So this is a guy who would later become a 3-time world champion 15 years later. So it just shows you that work ethic equals results. So that's my bit on Wrestle Wednesdays. I do want to bring you up to a couple other things that are happening. I'm going to put up a video of where I am with my rehabbing. I did it about a week ago, so that should be up here tonight too. I'm also going to have one of my famous margaritas, my Strawberry Margaritas. I'm going to put that video up there too. And I'm also going to be telling you, I wanted you to know about, I'm not going to be telling you about, I'm such an idiot sometimes. I can't trip over my own tongue because I'm not trying to write all this down. I'm just trying to remember it. And I got ADD and dyslexia, so I got excuses, all right? If you want to see something that I did a while back, it's called 26 Miles. John Snyder, remember Dukes of Hazzard, John Snyder, also Smallville, the dad of Superboy. He brought me in to do this part of this crazy pirate. We shot it in Catalina Island. It's called 26 Miles, and you spell it out, 26 Miles. You can go to hulu.com, and they've got that up there playing right now. So go check out 26 Miles if you want. Oh yeah, when I was just at the Alamo Tattoo Convention, I got some more color on my tat, and it's popping now. So I'll show you next week because it's scaling right now, but it's looking pretty bad to the bone. If you are in New Orleans, you need to check me out so I can send you to my buddy Whirlwind Walt, who did all my tats. He did the originator tats on both sides. So I actually saw him at the Alamo. I couldn't believe it. Okay, so that's all I got for you today. If you want to catch me tomorrow on Thursday, every Thursday, YRG Radio Roundtable Thursdays. Go to yrgradio.com. That's all I got for you, monkeys. See you later. Feel the bang! All right, now I got to get out of this thing. See ya.